So as stated before, what I've done here is I've cut offsets on the wires so that when I solder them together, I don't have to worry about them grounding out next to each other, because they're going to be offset such that they can't touch, and if they do touch, you're not going to touch anything but insulation and or plastic. Now what I'm going to do is I've already brought the wires down underneath, and I'm going to wrap it around up underneath that leg and then fish it through the leg to a point where I can fish this in up from underneath to hide it. Then I'll solder the wires and pull them through so that you can't see the wires. You won't be able to see the wires, but maybe one little spot, and I'm going to try to hide that with a detail. And then I'm going to be adding black vinyl to where I've added the gold and copper. It just isn't working for me, so let me go ahead and do that, and we'll see some more production in a little bit. Alrighty, and we're back. What I've got here, I've got the wires cut. I'm getting ready to pull the mouse electronic board out, flip it over, and use this wire to fish through the back end of one leg, and then use that wire to wrap around the other wires and pull them through so that I can connect this part of the power supply. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, as you see here, I pushed the wire through this joint up underneath this circular part, and it's protruding from this end. I'm going to put the mouse board back in place, tie the wires off right here, and then pull them through with this wire. So as you can see here, I pulled the wires down through and around this circular thing here, this joint, brought it up through here. So now all I have to do is bring it through into here and then down through the leg. This is going to show essentially a leg that got hit by our mortar shell, and I'm going to be adding detail to these hydraulics so that they look silver, like there's a hydraulic ram in each one of these. Now I tried some chrome vinyl, but that didn't work. It wouldn't stay in position, so I'm going to cut thin strips of aluminum foil, all about the same size, and put them on these hydraulic rams to show how the legs actually work. Then go ahead and dirty them up with a little wash to make it look like grease. You know, if you ever seen hydraulics on a construction site, these big rams, over a period of time, they start losing very, very small amounts of hydraulic fluid through the O-rings, and then they look black. They got black streaks on them until such time as they are pulled apart, cleaned, and or replaced. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull these wires through this leg and then start working on the body some more. Okay, I've got the main body and the wires where I need them. I've just got them taped into position for now. Then I'm going to use either binary epoxy or super glue gel to secure them in place. In the meantime, I've got some black vinyl here that I'm going to use, like I spoke to before, to cover those antennas, and then put some new screen mesh over that. I'm also going to assemble those two parts temporarily of the main cannon assembly, and I'm going to shoot both sides with gloss white and apply the decals, then use an X-Acto knife to split the decals down the seam, and then age them and scrape them and scratch them a little bit. Then I'm going to shoot them with gloss. Then I'm going to start weathering the whole assembly again right after that. Alright, so as you can see, I have fixed the antennas. I'm still going to add some more screen mesh to the big black one and square it up a little bit. If you look at the detail, the weathering looks really good, but I want to do more, and I want to do some scratches and whatnot to kind of age and make the 50 caliber look weathered, you know. How do I get a good picture? Here we go. Let it autofocus. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to assemble these two pieces and secure them and shoot them with a little bit of gloss, and then start the decal process. As soon as the decals are dry, I will start scraping and aging the decals. Alright, so I aligned the parts, taped them together temporarily, and shot both sides with gloss. One shows up a little more. This is a lot more beaten, which is good. I like that. It's going to make it easier to age the decals. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix up some water and Elmer's glue. I don't have any setting solution, so that's going to be my go-to. I'm going to do like 1-to-1 hot water and Elmer's glue. As soon as I can put the decals on here, I'm going to put them on both sides. Then I'm going to let them dry, shoot them with another coat of gloss, and then later, after I do all the aging and weathering, even more still, I'll shoot everything with dull coat. Be right back. Alright, so here's first look at the first decal. Now I've got to let this dry and shoot it with some clear coat. So it's going to take a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up on this subject, as I have to take time and do one decal at a time, and then shoot everything with clear, let that dry, and then go back over and scratch and age and wash and distress. So yeah, I've still got a little bit of work ahead of me, but it's going to take time, and I need to finish this video up for tonight. So that's where we'll leave it for now, but there will be more to come. I may show more construction and or the creation of a small yet effective diorama, or I may just skip ahead to where it's done. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got 3+ jobs for this one client slash friend, or friend slash client. Friend first now. He started out as a client first, he's a friend first, and now a client, or yeah, he's a friend and a client. Whatever. Anyway, you get me, don't you? I know you. You hear me. You see me. You feel me. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and be done with this video. As soon as I get it posted, you will know, because it'll be posted. All right, more to come.